Hey everybody, Ben the Bondsman here. So despite what the media has to say and all the bias and all the crap against the bail bond industry and all the people on the waging a war against bondsmen because we're these evil people, I have to tell you, there's a lot of good people in this business. There are more good people than there are bad. There are more people in this business that enjoy helping people and get satisfaction out of helping people succeed. You know, everybody makes mistakes in life. Sometimes those mistakes land you in handcuffs. It happens to the best of us. We've bonded out doctors, lawyers, cops, nurses. I mean, you name it, every gamut of life. Somewhere along the way, sometimes people make mistakes, and we're here to help those people in those times. So I'll give you a good example. Just today, I was at my office this morning, and one of the agents that I work with was sitting in his office with one of his clients. And I was like, hey man, what are you doing? And he said, well, I got this guy out yesterday and he doesn't have a job. He's having a hard time finding a job leading up to him getting arrested. So I found him one today. I went and picked him up from his house this morning, took him to the interview, and now I'm about to take him to start work. I mean, we don't charge for that. We don't get paid for that. You know, that's something that this particular agent did to help this guy get a leg up. I mean, this guy is facing some pretty serious felony charges. Most people would just wash their hands of him, but no, he wants to see this guy succeed. He wants to see this guy do something with his life. And I could give you countless accounts just off this one agent. I could tell you story after story. It wasn't that long ago that this same agent bonded a guy out. Once the guy got out, he wound up being homeless, wound up not having a place to go or a job. So he brought him to his house. Now, that's not something that I would do. That's not something most people in this business would do. But this particular agent really likes to help people. He brought him to his house. He gave him a place to live, tried to help him get back on his feet. Now, it did not turn out very good because the guy didn't want to get back on his feet. He just kind of wanted to slouch. But, you know, he did everything he could. He arranged jobs for him the guy never showed up for. He arranged different things for him that the guy never showed up for. He, tried to send him to rehab. The guy wouldn't go. So, but one thing he did is he drew a line in the sand. He said, look, I'll help you, but you're not going to have this crap, dope, and this stuff at my house. Well, the guy crossed that line. So he wound up putting him back in jail because he obviously wouldn't get off the dope. He obviously didn't have a desire to work or a desire to do anything productive with his life. And where the line in the sand came is this guy had some strange woman show up at this agent's house with track marks all on her arm and causing some problems. So the guy went back to jail. Had nothing to do with the money, had nothing to do with anything other than this guy would not do for himself. All he wanted to do was lay around and get high. So you guys have to understand that the bonding industry isn't just about making money. We go the extra mile. We take the extra step to help people. Last week, one of our court systems here has felony bond sign-in where all felony clients have to show up at this court to sign in. Regardless of the status of their case, unless it's resolved, they have to sign in. One of the agents for that area, this isn't the same agent, one of her clients called and said, hey, I don't have a ride. She drove an hour and a half out one way, an hour and a half to go pick this guy up, in an hour and a half to the court to bring him to make his sign in, and then took him back. She didn't have to do that. She didn't charge him any extra money for that. She didn't ask for anything extra for that. She just did it because it needed to be done. And this was a good client. He did everything he was asked to do. He signed in with, or checked in with us like he was supposed to check in with us. So she didn't want that particular client to fall victim to the system. So most clients that we have in this business are good people that find themselves in bad situations. So what we try to do as an industry, or, as agents, we try to help those people in every way we possibly can to move past this bad situation and to move forward with their lives. We help them with resources. We help them with jobs when we can. We help them with rehabs. I mean, I can't tell you how many clients that we've gotten into rehab and how many clients that we've helped get jobs and we've helped get stable homes to live in. Clients that we've helped reunite them with their family. A lot of these people that we deal with, their family has given up on them. They've turned their back on them and just said, hey, we're done dealing with your crap. You're on your own. We've helped mend those relationships. There's a lot of good that comes out of the bail bond industry. There's a lot of good that comes out of the agents in this industry. Of course, we have some bad apples, but this industry is really good at weeding out the bad apples. So before you get on that bandwagon of, bail bondsmen need to be eradicated, just remember your government agencies, they're not gonna go that extra mile. Very, very, very few will. There's a much higher percentage of private industry people that will go that extra mile to help their client than there is government employees to help their client. Because to a government employee, you're not a client. You're a burden and you're a number, and you're somebody that they just need to get off of their to-do list. You're somebody that they need to close the case file on. You're not somebody that needs help, needs a hand up in life, or somebody to just give a crap. We give a crap, or we wouldn't be in this business. If you're in this business just to make a quick buck, you don't last long, because people, once they find out that that's all you're about, they don't use you. That's the benefit of, or that's one of the, I guess, benefits or downfalls of being private industry. If you don't provide quality service, people go to somebody who does. And when you have a reputation of providing crap service, then you don't get the clients that expect the good service. It's like any other private industry in this world. Anyway, so this video started out to be something else, and then it turned into a soapbox. I apologize. So I'm going to start making a series of videos of how I do my job, of, going through the steps of, when I start looking for somebody, how I approach the house, how I talk to the people, my first approach, my second approach, so on and so forth. What steps I go through to look for people, steps I go through, questions that I ask people, just a different kind of things that I do, because I believe that all this industry needs is better training. If agents were better equipped to do their job and had more training to do their job, I think you would see a change in how people felt about what we do, because I feel like what we do for the public and for people in these situations is important and it's necessary. I don't believe for a second that handing over the bail industry to the government is the answer. Anyway, that's all for now. Remember, bail bonding isn't what we do, it's who we are.